Hey y'all, welcome back to Sin City Review. Well, been holding out on this for a while. It's still not done, but this is basically Project Beretta 92FS. Right now it's got a two-tone feel. It's got the stainless slide, and of course the frame and the SGS replica comp are all done in Cerakote black. I'm not going to leave it this way. I'm trying to get a feel for what I want to do with it, which I'll talk about in a moment, but right now you can see it kind of has basically that two-tone look. I just want to make a video with the way it looks now, you know, just to show anybody who's thinking about doing a two-tone scheme on their Beretta 92, or if they have an SGS comp and they wonder what this would look like, you know, just putting it out there on YouTube so people can see, get a feel for if they like it or not. Mine's not going to be left this way, of course, like I said, but I just figured I'd make a quick video for you guys and just kind of give you a little feel for what this gun has in it and what I've been working on. I haven't messed around with any customer guns in a little bit, so I've had time to kind of mess around with some of my guns, which is kind of cool. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a little look through the Beretta. Of course, it's a safety check. There's a snap cap in here. But starting off at the front, we've got the SGS comp. This is the SGS replica comp, of course. You can see the blast is blasting off the Cerakote. And it's kind of cutting into the aluminum a little bit in there, but that's fine. That'll work itself out eventually. Once it's all broken in after a few hundred rounds, actually almost a few hundred rounds through it, I'll go ahead and file that down and make it look all nice and smooth. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good just for starting off. Like I said, this finish on the Cerakote isn't that great just because it was kind of a quick job I just did. It's got a lot more sheen than I would like on it. KKM precision, say that again, KKM precision barrel. It comes fully polished pretty much. I'll probably bead blast that down so it's not so shiny. There you go. And no, I haven't cleaned this gun since I shot it. This is not a finished video, so as you can tell by the two different grip screws. Allen wrench, and of course slotted. I don't recommend these slotted screws. I mean, I have gunsmith tools, I have gunsmith screwdrivers, and it still messes up these flathead or these slotted screws. I guess it is a little bit, or the screw bits I do have are not quite as wide as maybe they should be, some of them, but I still have, you know, gunsmith tools, and I don't know, I still managed to kind of get those screws a little bit messed up. So I don't recommend those. I'm just going to order a whole set of the Allen heads. They're better anyways, I think. So yeah, KKM precision barrel, SGS replica comp, cylinder and slide, basically low mass trigger pull set in here. I got their low mass hammer, and of course their sear inside here and their spring, trigger spring. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. The way it looks right now, I think it's cool. You know, very reminiscent of, God, what did my wife say the other day? What's that one movie? The Underworld, I think it is. Yeah, something like that. With Kate Beckinsale. So my wife really likes this gun. We went out shooting the other day, and she's quite fond of it, so I call her gun now. Even though this was my very first pistol ever. It's, you know, it's my gun, but it's her gun as well. She's my wife, but she loves shooting it, so I just call her gun now. Anyways, has a nice break from that low mass trigger pull set from a cylinder and slide. Of course, still quite a bit of take up, but as soon as it gets to the back, it just breaks. It's awesome. Take up, break. I really didn't have to do any trigger job of my own on this yet. I don't think it needs to be lightened up any more than it already is. But all in all, this thing looks awesome the way it is. But I think I'm going to do a nitride bluing type theme on it. So I'm going to blast the frame, the aluminum frame back down, just the bare aluminum. I'm going to leave the slide and the barrel stainless. I'll probably do like a matte finish on the barrel instead of high gloss. And then I'll just buy like a whole, you know, parts kit all made out of carbon steel, because the stainless ones you can't nitride blue. But for certain parts I'll get the pins, and I'll probably get you know, some of the controls, and I'll nitride blue everything, maybe the trigger as well. That look really sick in that kind of bluish purple, since this is just, you know, more of a fun gun. It's more of like a Hollywood movie gun than it is anything else. Although the SGS comp does make it more accurate. I mean, throwing rounds down range at about 50 yards, this thing is a tack driver right now. KKM precision barrel with the comp on the end. That's an awesome matchup right there, so I can highly recommend that. Other than that, it's just more of a fun gun. Nothing about this is, in my opinion, really practical. It's too big. It's cool to have the factory 20 round mag in it. Yeah, it does give you some more firepower, but all in all, I mean, if you're going to go to war and get a go to war gun, You know, the Beretta is proven, of course. I know our military's used it for years and years. You know, I would love to choose a 1911, but in all practicality, probably go with the Glock. You know, you're not going to get better bang for the buck and firepower. Just get, you know, 32 round magazine if you want. Anyways, I'm not going to make this video too long. Just kind of go around and check out different angles of the gun. I'm not exactly sure where this camera likes to focus. Let's see if I can get my hand up here so we can focus in on it better. Come on, camera. You bastard. There we go. Okay. So you can see the front. I blacked out the screw and everything in there too. But all in all, turned out pretty well for just the starting off. I'm going to get a different grip as well. I want some thinner grips. I mean, these Berettas, the 92s anyway, they're such a fat grip. And then you put the Hogue wraparound on it, I mean, it's even thicker. I want something that's like, you know, 2 mils thick maybe on each side. So if I can't find any grips, I'm probably just going to get some polymer ones and freaking stipple it myself and make my own grips. Shave it all down. But there you go. I know some of you are going to say leave it the way it is because it does look pretty sick and it's very reminiscent of that movie Underworld. That's why my wife likes it so much. But yeah, turned out well. It looks really good through the camera right now. It's picking up that light from the outside. It's got that nice little sheen. Picks up the angles really nice. I'll probably leave that rear sight. I'm probably just going to put some glow-in-the-dark fluorescent paint in there. I don't really know. It's not much you can do with this Beretta anyways, unless you basically cut off the front sight and you put a dovetail in there, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to destroy this gun. I mean, I kind of already have completely rebuilt it and everything, but I'm not going to start cutting into the metal and doing some weird shit like that. I want to leave it as factory in a nice sense. That, you know, I can always bring it back to exactly the way it was factory. But if I start cutting around the metal and taking out the sights, that won't look too good, I don't think. Let's go ahead and wrap this light back. There you can see it's not very clean up in the front because I've been shooting it. Oh well, how much more exciting could this video be? It's about time to stop this. Anyways, questions, comments, concerns, as always, leave them. I'll answer accordingly. And, yeah. My custom Beretta 92FS. SGS replica comp, KKM precision barrel, and cylinder and slide low mass trigger pull set with the skeletonized hammer. Yeah, it's expensive, but whatever. You know, guns are expensive. You can get what you pay for. You know, with some of the higher end modifications, you know, it's just about exclusivity. It's just about having shit that nobody else has. You know, lots of people out there have a Beretta 92. Not many, if anybody has a Beretta like mine. I can probably say nobody does. Pretty confident. And once I get this thing all done up with the carbon pins and the carbon livers and everything and nitrile blue, I'll be pretty confident nobody has a Beretta like mine. Which, that's cool, you know. If you're into custom stuff, I am. You know, lots of custom knife guys out there. You know, you pay for handmade knives and exclusivity, and same thing with your guns. I just happen to do a lot more gun stuff than I do knives, but, you know, to all their own. Anyways, hope you guys liked the video, and I'll get another one up here shortly, as soon as I get some money together to get all these parts for this guy, and get it all put back together. Anyways, till next time.